Actually 19.4.
So, close game, but
You had predicted close game, 19.4 overs, 2 balls to spare, and anticlimactically ended with a wide.
Wide of all things.
Yes. But Ashwin, wow, what a way to give it back to Chennai Super Kings.
you think he was fired up?
Very much.
He was when he
Very
hit that,
much.
he took that run. He was jumping up like what
Are
Ryan
there-
Lara used to do when he scored.
Are there questions been asked about his batting and that position that he bats in?
I don't think it's about his batting really. I think this is about getting one up on CSK. Simple.
Yeah, I mean, ever since he was in the Punjab Kings, ever since the Delhi Capitals, he's not had the best of run against Chennai, if you have to look at it. But,
One thing I credit CSK with, over 8.
oh yes,
Yeah.
Outstanding over 8 today.
True.
Solanki, Santner, all did the trick. Chaudhary, Moin.
Moin too.
Moin, one felt that Moin could do no wrong today. Wickets, fielding, 93.
Yeah, that top scorer by some margin.
Yeah, 62% of the runs scored by Moin alone.
11-10, it's...
Yeah.
Yep.
And we
Again.
started like a couple of minutes back. So
Yes.
Oh, interesting. We were just talking, Nikat Zareen won the medal. There was no congratulations from MC Mary Kom. She wishes everyone, but
She did?
she's now
wished.
Yeah.
wished it. Couple of hours ago, I just saw it now. Because, going through her Twitter feed, she was wishing Thomas Cup, this, that,
yeah,
everything.
but nothing for Nikat.
But now,
Finally.
all's
Seen
well that ends
the
well.
hashtags.
Oh, there were hashtags?
There were hashtags.
No, she might have some would have said.
Yeah,
why
people
has-
would have pointed out.
would have
for
pointed
sure.
it out. Yep.
Everyone was noticing because of their rivalry also.
Hey, let's face it, we noticed it pretty instantly. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
people who are spending a lot more time
Yep.
online would.
Yeah. Yashasvi Jaiswal, what a knock.
What a knock.
What a
What a
comeback
player.
he's had in the second half of the IPL.
Yes.
If you remember, this similar thing happened to him last season. That's another matter that Rajasthan did not make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But they started with him and then they dropped him. But when he made that comeback, he looked very good. Similar thing happened here. Started with him, dropped him, but he's come back. So actually, this is also interesting in the way that the game has finished. Also reminds you of all the criticism that was coming MS Dhoni's way.
Yeah.
It wasn't the easiest track to bat on, as you realized after the ball got slightly old.
Yep.
It wasn't easy to bat on. But they made life difficult for Rajasthan from there on.
Indeed.
But Ravichandran Ashwin, man,
Ashwin Tata.
no, now he is not just batting well. We all knew that he could get runs, as is evident in Test cricket. We know that he can hang around, but now it's no more hanging around. He's playing like a proper T20 batsman today.
Yeah, he's hitting them,
Look at the shots.
clearing
and-
the ropes effortlessly.
Look at the shots and awareness.
Yes,
Bowling outside, wide outside off, steers it, uppercut, third man.
absolutely.
And a wide Yorker, squeezing it out to deep backward point.
Brilliant,
Yeah.
brilliant. But I think that has been one of the stories of this IPL is Ravichandran Ashwin's evolution as a batsman.
And we all thought, no, okay, if Hetmeyer fails, what next? Ashwin. So you have that depth now, heading into the playoffs.
I wonder whether the fact that Ravichandran Ashwin had fallen down the pecking order in terms of spinners. He went for the last T20 World Cup, and then now forget his batting. If you're just going to look at bowlers, spinners, nobody was talking about
No,
Ashwin.
absolutely not.
Yes.
So maybe he realizes that off spinners now in T20 cricket, not a lot of team play off spinners. India, all the more so, don't have an off spinner. They are looking for wrist spinners more often than not, or a left arm spinner. But on this occasion, maybe Ashwin says that, okay, if I have to fight for that India spot, I have to bring another dimension to my game. I know he comes in for a lot of criticism for his fielding. That also goes against him. Not the quickest of fielder. But he said, okay, fine. I'll continue bowling my off spin, which is my strength. But you may not take off spinners for the World Cup. But how else do I improve? And he knew that there is some talent in batting, which he showed in Test cricket. So he said, okay, let me evolve myself into a T20 batsman. A guy who can bat at 130, 140, 150. Strike rate, and he's doing it consistently.
Yep.
So with that, now I don't know. Also, I don't know. Again, a long shot, and I'm not comparing him there, but I'm saying sometimes there are question marks about Ravindra Jadeja's form, or if there is a backup for Ravindra Jadeja. Looking for a spinning all-rounder. You look at Deepak Hooda, more of a batsman, not so much of a bowler.
Yeah.
But Ashwin, pure bowler, And if he can be this impactful batsman like a Jadeja can
Yeah,
be,
absolutely.
is he trying to send a message that listen, Jadeja is not always your best spinner, but gets picked into the team
Yep.
because of the other dimension, which is his batting.
Batting.
So I present this dimension, then Ashwin also. I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it a
I
possibility?
mean,
It's possible. Yes.
No, and because Chahal has been performing so well for Rajasthan Royals, Ashwin's economy and wickets comes under the radar.
Yeah.
If you have to look at it, it falls under that shadow. Because if you look at the last couple of games, Ashwin's bowled with economy as well as he's taken key wickets.
Yeah.
So-
No, but I'm saying you're right, but I think he knows that, so he'll have to go past a Chahal
Yes.
or a Kuldeep. So, he has to be that much better. And if that's not happening, then what do I do? I'm just trying to put myself in Ashwin's shoes. What do I do? Okay, so they will go with one pure spinner. And if I'm a pure spinner, I may not be able to jump ahead of Yuzi, who's been outstanding.
Yeah.
Now what do I do? Okay, so the other spinner is Jadeja. Is Jadeja the best spinner in T20 or one of the best? No.
No.
Why does Jadeja is a must in the team?
Fielding low order batting.
And lower order
Batting.
Yeah.
So Ashwin is like, okay, let me throw my hat into the ring. Let me force people to say, okay, I am as good a finisher or a good T20
Yes.
batsman like Jadeja, and now judge us on our bowling and decide.
He's again made that conundrum even deeper. That depth is now even more deeper, if I have to say. Because again, see, he will not make it to your first 11, but he'll definitely be in the squad of 15 if you have to choose.
Ashwin today.
Ashwin also, looking at the current form that he's in. But again, see, it'll be difficult for two reasons. One, Hardik, he's batting and bowling also.
So Hardik, I don't think Ashwin can compete with.
Yes.
He'll have to look at a spinner's slot now. So
And
how
again
does he fit into the 15? Very tough.
Spinner also, because you'll pick either Yajuvendra or Kuldeep.
Yeah.
So that is why I don't think it's... See, he can be there as a backup, but playing 11 is definitely not possible for Ashwin.
Yeah.
The thing also worth pointing out is that Ashwin, when he started falling out of the pecking order with white ball cricket, his first actual recourse, you can say, was to kind of start adapting more variations.
Yes.
That didn't work for him. So
Yeah.
this is probably plan B. He's like, okay, I know how to bat. I can bat, I can time the ball well in test cricket. Now let's maybe work on becoming a more, rounded T20 batsman. Say, okay, yeah, now you can look at me as an all-rounder.
Okay, Sachit is saying that you're overrating Ashwin. Could be true, I don't know. I'm just saying that, I'm not saying that he's reached Jadeja level, if you remember what I said. I'm saying that he's trying to prove a point. And for him to reach any level, he'll have to play multiple innings to reach there. He's already started doing it.
Yes.
So may not be today, but maybe, let's say if a lot of players are rested for the South Africa series, those spinners I doubt, unless Kuldeep is in the scheme of things for the test series and they choose to take him there. But I'm saying, he's saying, if I get a few chances in the T20 squad ahead of the T20 World Cup, I've done it in the IPL. By the way, now that Rajasthan have finished in top 2, they have multiple games to play. He has more opportunity to prove his credential as a batsman. If he gets even a few more chances going forward for the Indian team, let's say if there are spaces, then he's only just, strengthening his case. I'm not saying he's there already. All I'm saying is that he's there. He's onto something. By the way, knowing Ashwin, he's a competitive guy. He likes to, and why not? He knows that he has a few years left in international cricket. He's a must in the test format, yes. But he has ambitions to play in the white ball team as well. And if him showing that he's got capability with the bat, you can trust him with the bat. If not 2020, don't you think he must be, forget the T20 World Cup, it may be too soon for you to establish that he's a good enough batsman, but the 50 over World Cup is far away. I mean, he has enough time for to force the selectors thinking for the 50 over World Cup, hey listen, let's look at him as a spinning all-rounder, why not?
Okay, trivia question for all you fans. Who was the bowler who bowled that last over in India's victory in the Champions Trophy? It was R. Ashwin in 2013.
Yeah.
His variation, see, in the 2016 World T21, no ball went against him. That is where he fell down the pecking order. And at 2017, that Champions Trophy final against Pakistan, everybody got hit. But Ashwin bore the brunt of it. Because spin, he couldn't control the middle overs and all that. Plus, his fielding and batting also had taken a dip.
Yeah, it was around that point that Kohli decided I want wrist spinners as wicket taking options.
Yeah.
The Kulcha duo shot to prominence after that. They needed life after Ashwin and Jadeja in the white ball format. Jadeja managed to make a comeback, but Ashwin not so, if you have to look at it.
And actually, one of the reasons Jadeja did was because of his batting. There's
And fielding.
Yeah.
So that is why now the point to prove is much more there for Ashwin. Test, there is no problem. He will not play the series against South Africa. We all know it because he has to go to England.
Yeah.
But now, what are you going to do? Because now the spin department and even the batting, bowling all-rounder department is full. What are you going to do now? Jadeja, Hardik.
Yeah.
Are you going to look beyond them? Very difficult.
No, not at the moment. I'm saying he's
Afterwards,
just
2023 World Cup.
Yes. I'm saying he, by the way, when he got selected for the T20 World Cup, that was also after a long gap.
Long gap.
And he said that, listen, this is the point that I wanted to prove. I wanted to be in the white ball team. Again, after that World Cup, he's fallen low in the pecking order. He knows that he's now not in contention. Nobody is talking about him as the 3 possible spinners that you will have in the squad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forget the 11. In the squad, nobody is talking about it. So he says, okay, fine. How can I come in? And I think that Jadeja example is perfect. He knows that, like me, Jadeja is also not probably the 3 best spinners that you have in the country, right?
Yes.
So, but he makes it to the team purely because of his extra dimension of fielding and batting.
Yep.
Right. So let me be a safe fielder, but in batting, I want to prove that I could be as good as him, play a few of those knocks. He's not there. Again, I'm repeating, he's not there. Jadeja is a far better batsman. But I'm saying you have to start somewhere.
Yep.
And if he is forcing us to think, maybe he plays 10 more innings like this in ODI cricket, in any white ball cricket for India or any other, you begin to think
For these conditions, primarily I would look at him as a bowler. For the 2023 World Cup, if he has to be there in that squad.
No, that will be. But I'm saying, if you're just looking at a pure spinner, there could be a few others ahead of him. How does he come? He says, okay, UZ Chahal, better a bowler right now, taking more wickets.
Yep.
But how do I go ahead? Okay, I can offer batting.
Batting, yes.
Yeah. So, okay, fine. You're going to take one UZ Chahal. You'll need another spinner. Another spinner is a spinning all-rounder. So, you're looking at a Ravindra Jadeja, or you're looking at Deepak Hooda, or whatever you're looking at. I'm there. And he's very well capable.
They should all try to pitch into that Shark Tank kind of thing. What we do, no, I can offer you this, I can offer you that.
He will.
To the selectors, they
he's
should do that.
literally doing that Shark Tank. Only the difference is not making a presentation on screen.
And
he's making it there.
as Golu Sharma points out, Ashwin and Andre Russell, only 2 players in this IPL to have scored 150 plus runs and get 10 wickets. So he's in some seriously good company there if you have to look at it that
And
way.
if you have to look at power hitting today, Ashwin showed he can do the power hitting
No,
also.
he's done it now in
Yes.
few innings.
Yeah, the
Few
Mumbai
innings.
game.
Yeah, 50 where he got. Also quick 550.
Yeah.
Yes, he was
The only time where his strike rate was under question was that one game where he said I was actually thinking of getting retired hurt. Even there, I think it was 120, 130 strike
Yes.
rate. So not really bad. Just 1 second, just go up a bit. Just stop there. There was a question. Just go up. Okay. Rajni Jha is saying this shows you how bad CSK pacers are. I mean, seriously, if you get hit all over the park by Ashwin, then you should look at yourself as a bowler, not taking anything away from Ashwin. As you're saying, not taking anything away from Ashwin, I think you're being unfair to
Unfair,
Ashwin.
yeah.
I think Ashwin batted. If you see, Riyan Parag, in fact, was struggling.
Yeah,
Against
he was.
Patirana
Yeah,
in particular. Yes.
but Ashwin found a way, and he was smart. As Sid also pointed out, there was this one occasion you're finding it how to do. He got the third man in, and what did Ashwin do? That was smart batting.
Yeah. Yep.
Hits it over quietly, waits for the ball, uses the pace, hits it over. Then they went, okay, let me bowl wide outside the off stump, which is very tough to hit. Again, cut it to backward point
Backward
4.
point, yes.
So
Ajit, that's the thing with Ashwin. He's a thinking cricketer.
yes,
Always
Yeah,
has been.
always.
Sometimes he'll overdo it and overthink. But generally speaking, you can't fault anything which he has done today with that.
No, and if you have to look at it, Rajneesh Jha, he targeted Prashant Solanki. Now, Solanki's not had that much of experience. What do you do? I mean, he
No,
gave
by
it
the way,
18th over.
Solanki picked up 2 wickets.
Exactly.
Your experienced batsman, he foxed Hetmeyer,
Hetmeyer, yeah.
right? But on the same hand, Ashwin got a 6 of him.
Exactly. And it was smart batting, and because
Yeah.
he read the lengths well,
Credit
that is
to
why-
Ashwin.
Credit to
Oh,
Ashwin.
and also credit to Rajasthan management.
They stuck with him. Yeah.
Yep. By the way, they were coming under a bit of criticism from the commentators saying that, oh, you're again shuffling the batting order. What is this? but I think it worked. I think Ashwin was the right man. We had a comment in the mid-innings show. Somebody pointed out that this is a perfect Ravichandran Ashwin kind of chase.
Yes.
And we agreed because, low total, he can give you solidity. But again, when everyone else was struggling, his
hitting it clean.
strike rate also did not come down.
Yep.
I think he's onto something now. He's not just a handy bat.
Yeah.
I think he's genuinely, showing with his batting that even in white ball cricket, he
He's
could
striking it at
contribute.
173. That is insane.
That is the best of the Rajasthan
on
Royals
this pitch.
batters.
Yeah. Best, I think, of all batters.
All the batters.
Even
Best.
Moin was 160-odd.
Yeah.
And remember, even the ball got a bit old, they said, because it got, roughed up and it's a slowish pitch. Even someone like a Moin Ali, regular batsman, was struggling to time the ball. Yet, Ashwin found a way to score at that quick pace. They had even reached over 12 and
Yes.
over needed at the end. With a slow pitch, ball not coming, it was tough. I think Ashwin's played a outstanding
Outstanding
knock. Even if it was a regular batsman, there's a good chance that CSK could have lost.
Yeah, because look at that, the second, third and fourth
Anurag, just
batsmen.
go up a bit.
Josh Butler striking it at 40. Samson 75. Particle at 33. That is, look, let's not
Go
take
up.
away from the fact that, there was a good track, but compared to that, 173 is like striking it at 250.
I know that Yashasvi Jaiswal, we praised him, and I know that he's also played a standout inning.
Absolutely.
But if you ask me, the most important inning by Rajasthan
Ashwin,
Royals,
sure.
Ravichandran Ashwin's 40
100%.
at a strike rate of 160.
Plus 1 for 28. Very underrated with the ball also.
Yeah. No, only problem has been that Yuzi has been doing better than him.
Yeah.
Yep. Best edition ever in Yuzi's career.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. What do you do now? Ashwin, is a go-getter. He wants to be the best. Now he's realizing that forget India, even in his own team,
Yes.
he's not the best spinner. But can he be second fiddle? I don't think so.
Yeah. I know.
I don't think so. So he's found this dimension. He's worked, and now you're saying he's as important as a Yuzi Chahal.
Exactly.
If this wasn't happening with the bat, you would have said, no, if I have to play one, then Yuzi is going to play, I'll make Ashwin sit out. You can't say
In
that.
this whole debate of the India, I'm looking at the India picture. You're forgetting one more important person, laid low by injury, Washington Sundar.
Yeah, but again, why do you go with Washington Sundar?
Power play bowling and batting.
Yes, batting.
Yes.
Now, that's what I'm trying to say. I think, and we keep talking about Ashwin as a thinking cricketer. He's the kind of guy, I can imagine, like, what do most players do? Okay, you're not getting picked. Oh, I'm, someone's better. I'll work on my spin and I'll get this and I'll, spend some time. I'll get a better spinner, whatever. I know Ashwin can actually, sit down, maybe make an Excel sheet, look at pros and cons. He says, okay, let me put down SWOT analysis. I am this is the other bowlers. What are they offering? Why is it that you're looking at a Washington Sundar? Why? Okay, Yuzi, say the best spinner, fine. And Kuldeep, another spinner, both of them picking wickets, fine. Okay, now how do I compare? Fine. I've been economical, but wickets is what everyone is looking at. I've fallen back there in that thing. Now, but you're also looking at a Ravindra Jadeja, you're also looking at a Washington. So he's like, hey, listen, I'm no worse a spinner than a Ravindra Jadeja or a Washington Sundar. My numbers equal. Yet, why doesn't my name feature? Then he's like, okay, because these both are offering batting.
Exactly.
No problem. Ravi Ashwin is going to step up.
Data and Google Sheets.
Ravi Ashwin will show that I can do it with the bat. I think that's his.
Quite likely, and remember, he's starting from a base of already having a technical, solid base, you can say. He's not a bad batsman.
Yes.
It's just we never saw him as being a hitter. That's
Yeah.
the big difference.
Yeah, exactly. You always said, oh, he can hang around, he can get you test runs.
Yeah.
Doesn't look the most attractive batsman, like
But
a Jadeja
effective.
could.
But effective.
Yeah, but like a Jadeja could, tonk a few, or a Washington can. But he's not a proper batsman. Okay, he can just wheel the bat. But now, I am saying this IPL, a revelation. Slowly and gradually his confidence is increasing. This is a pure batsman's knock he played today, man. In fact, I said it earlier, I think a lot of batsmen would have struggled to have won you from that situation. Pitch, not easy to bat on, ball not coming onto the bat.
Yep.
Incredible, yeah.
Indeed.
Just stop somewhere. Go up. Okay. Anshuman Mohanty is saying Kulcha and Jadeja, all three for the 2023 team. still a long time to go. Anshuman Mohanty, today you could say that, yes, Kulcha and Jadeja, that's what I'm saying. That's what, if those are your three spinners, then Ashwin is missing out. But I'm telling you, if he continues to bat in this vein, come the 2023 World Cup, he will be a serious contender too. And he will not be fighting with a Kulcha.
Jadeja.
He'll be fighting at that Jadeja spot or a Washington Sundar spot.
Yep.
I think so.
Because, and there's another advantage Ashwin has over Washi. Not as injury prone. Washington breaks
But
down.
Ashwin also,
No, but recent years, how much?
not as much as
Washington,
Washi. Yeah.
poor guy will
Yeah.
recover from
No.
one injury and then
No,
something
he
else happens.
gave a long interview, if you remember. Ashwin, about injuries and how one injury led to another and to another and how people don't understand it. So, Mr. Rawat, where were you today?
Is off celebrating him.
I thought Rajasthan has won, so they sent a chartered jet for you.
No. Speaking to Sangha.
Oh, acha. So what has Sangha said? By the way, Vansh Jain is saying today off spinners got all the runs. Moin Ali
Moin
and then
and Ashwin.
by the
The
way,
wickets also.
we discussed something very important right now, and that was not Riyan Parag. We'll come to him also. Again, finishers. He was there till the end. Got the job
One
done.
whip of Patirana was
No,
superb.
got the job done.
That
No,
was a
but-
pull shot.
Got the job done.
Yeah.
Whatever said and done, he was there in the match. Anyway, the most important thing I'm saying, and this is a sort of an analysis we've got or a assessment, that when you are looking at India's white ball cricket, okay, so your two spinners, if you're looking spinners, are Kulcha right now. No, okay, Kulcha done, right?
And Jadeja.
No, so I'm just two spinners, wicket taking spinners are Kulcha right now, right? Now Jadeja is not necessarily the best five spinner in the country,
Fine.
but Jadeja is a spin bowling all-rounder.
Right.
So what happens? Jadeja is a must not only in the squad but 11. Why? Because he offers you something with the bat.
I'll take
Now, so now that is Jadeja's thing, and he's there. I am saying Ravichandran Ashwin, okay, knows that he's fallen in the pecking order when it comes to just being a pure spinner. The Kulcha are ahead of him picking more wicket. Even though he's now picking wickets, his economy is good. He realizes that these two guys today, if you have to just pick Pira, then he must look at Jadeja. He's like, listen, I'm not a worse spinner than Jadeja, okay, and my figures are not worse than Jadeja's, but yes, Jadeja is that batsman, and he offers that. And he's a good fielder also, but that batting is that thing that goes in his favor. Then when they have to look for a batsman, they go for a Washington Sundar. Again, same thing. He must say that I'm no worse spinner than a Washington Sundar, but Washi has that batting, goes in his favor. He's saying, fine, I am considered as a test batsman who can hang around, get you runs, not as a T20. This IPL, aided by the support of Rajasthan
Royals.
he's proving them. Like for example, today's 40, as I said, it's no luck.
No mean feat.
I'm saying big batsmen would have failed. 12 runs and over, slow pitch, where you need to score at a high thing. Look at Hetmeyers, look at even Riyan Parag was finding it tough to clear. Who's prime? This guy gets you 40 at a strike rate of 173 in the tough situation, batted like a batsman, looking where the gaps are. I'm saying he's now played one more 50, which was at a very good strike rate. Another thing which was at a 120, 130 strike rate, where he said, I'm retired, he retired
out.
himself
Yeah.
also, but gradually I'm saying, is he trying to say, maybe not this T20 World Cup, but he says he wants to play a World Cup, anybody would want to be part, so he's trying to say that, listen, for that 2023 World Cup, by the time it comes along, I'll have a lot of white ball opportunities, whether they are in India, bilateral, I will prove them that, okay, if you're not looking at the pure spinner spot, where I'm maybe second or third, I can't do anything beyond that, but in that spinning all-rounder slot, my name will be there. So when you sit on the table, you will think, should we go with Jadeja? Should we go with Washi? Should we go with Ashwin? Is that what
So basically you're saying it's not just two spinners that are in the fray, it's actually two
there will be
spin all-rounders. It can be three. When I say spin
I'm-
all-rounders,
Yes.
Kulcha and they are purely, they'll
So
play
I'm
purely
saying
as bowlers.
in a squad, there are always three spinners, right?
Right.
How you play in the 11 is another thing. Three spinners, and usually the third is a spin bowling all-rounder, whether it's Jadeja or Washi or whatever. He thinks that being a pure spinner may not be able to fight. Because see,
I get
I'm
your
saying
point.
like, if I'm trying to improve at something, I know I've reached my top. So as a spinner, I've reached my peak. And at my peak right now, Yuzi is proving to be better than me. So now how do I come into the way? The only thing I can do better is right now than Yuzi and Kuldeep is batting, but you will still take a spinner. One in the team who will pick you wickets purely, but the other one is that all-rounder. Why can't I compete with a Jadeja? Why must Jadeja be a must?
Absolutely.
Is it? And knowing Ashwin, I was just saying, he must have done a SWOT analysis.
Yes.
What is this guy? I have to improve here. My strength into weakness, and
I'm sure he must have calculated also as to how many runs and wickets Washington Sundar has got over a period.
I won't
of
be
time.
surprised.
Or Ravindra Jadeja has scored and got wickets. And
What strike rate?
Exactly, and what have I done? But as you said, Jadeja, a certainty. See, the moment Hardik Pandya starts bowling, I think Jadeja's chances also to an extent. See, as of now, if you ask me today, despite the fact that Jadeja had a below par IPL, despite the fact that he was found wanting on more than just one occasion, in fact most of the occasions he was found wanting, despite the fact that he has injured himself a few times in the past one and a half years, I still feel if Jadeja is ahead of Washington Sundar and Ashwin.
yes, he is, no doubt.
And
He's in your 11.
if I am you asked me a question, I am asking you a counter question. You are saying 2023 World Cup. I am saying if Jadeja is performing today, why do you have to wait for 23? When UZCL picked up so many wickets in the IPL, in the UAE leg, when Harshal Patel picked so many wickets in the UAE IPL leg, and of course that season, you didn't pick them. That was a mistake that you made. So I am saying, why do you want to wait for 2023? Why not consider him today itself for the
Ashwin,
T20 World Cup?
Ashwin.
If he is doing well today, why not consider?
You're right. They could very well. I'm saying,
But will they?
but no. At the moment, see again.
Yes,
all I'm saying is
they
because
won't.
because of was one IPL and a few knocks. All I'm saying is that I'm not saying Ashwin is same right now with Jadeja as an all-rounder. No chance. Jadeja has been doing it consistently for, by the way, Jadeja as a batsman also was below par, but last 2-3 years that 2.0
Absolutely.
version, outstanding.
As a batsman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bowler, he is giving you the same that he
Bowler,
was
yes,
giving
yes.
you at, again, that pattern.
He's a very good test bowler in India.
Yes,
Jadeja.
yes. So he's giving, but last 2 years, Jadeja batsman has been outstanding. So currently, Jadeja way ahead in that spin bowling all-rounder. I'm not counting Ashwin as a spinner. I am saying, is Ashwin on a mission to prove that I can be that
Absolutely.
spin
I think see, with Ashwin, I have noticed one thing. You know, whatever he does, he has a goal. He has a goal.
Yeah.
He has a point to prove for every match, for everything he does. Even if he is bowling to a tail-ender, even if he is batting against a very low-profile bowler, everything he does. Today, in fact, we did this, we in fact discussed this during the mid-innings, if I remember correctly, or pre-match show, Ashwin against CSK. I'm sure, and you know,
he pointed it.
It's one thing to win a match for your team. Ashwin, the reactions that came after that victory, in fact, not after the victory, even before the victory.
Taking a run and jumping up like this.
Yes. So
you could tell
he had a point to prove. Now people can always think, including us, that maybe because it was against Chennai Super Kings, a team that dumped him, a team that never bid for him, because of things that we know, at least we know. I don't know if we can share them with you or not, because
your call.
No, because see, a lot of it is hearsay also. See, Ashwin has not told this to us, but there are people, there are players, there are people who are connected with the franchisee, there are people who are connected to the players, and there are players who know a lot. They have actually told this. So, you know, that can be a reason, but maybe the reason could be what you are saying, that maybe he has a point to prove to everybody, to the management, to the selectors, to the top hierarchy of the BCCI, to the top hierarchy of this Indian team, that boss, I am here, I can bat too. I can bat too, and I can bat well, and I can finish games.
And at a very fast rate.
Yes.
And no just like tail-ender, okay, he can hang around or he can bat, stay on the crease for many, no.
But
having
having said this, I still feel I don't know how many of you would
we'll take
endorse
a consensus,
that,
yeah.
but you've already said this. I still feel Ashwin is still maybe a few notches below in that pecking order.
Oh yes.
Well, just think that's his eventual plan.
That's
how he's going to get noticed.
He must be. You know, he has a goal, as you say. Knowing he has a goal, and he'll work towards it. Also, see, again, fair to he knows his career is also limited to few years. And
how old he's 36.
35.
He's
35 plus.
Few years, and he has to make the best out of it. If he just keeps sitting and bowling and hoping one day he'll get picked, will not happen. So he say, oh fine, I'll show you some other aspect. I'll force you to pick me, which is a great thing.
The point that you make is also valid, because see the number of test matches that you're playing. Today, Ashwin is considered as a test player. You don't consider him for white ball cricket. How many tests are you going to play in the next 7-8 months? 3?
Yep.
3 test matches, and you never know. And you are not even sure whether he's going to play the England test or not. Although every time we say this, Ashwin kyun nahi khela, Ashwin kyun nahi khela. Last series also, when India toured England, Ashwin didn't get to play a single match.
But some of those decisions were right.
Despite the fact, see, they were made to look right. Even Ravi
Cloud
Shastri.
cover.
Even Ravi Shastri, by the way, even Ravi Shastri wanted Ashwin to play one of those test matches. I can't remember, was that oval?
I think it was oval. Because in the oval, in the match prior to that, he had taken 6 for 27 and he had taken about 41 wickets at this venue when he was playing county.
See, oval is one test venue where you would want to play a very good spinner, especially that was Southampton, Moeen Ali one.
Southampton.
For Southampton, 5 for 63, 6 for 67.
He's taken. So, oval is one venue where you would want to play a good spinner. Ravi Shastri himself wanted, but Virat didn't play Ashwin. But he stood vindicated when he won you the match. Virat Kohli as captain won it.
That's what I'm saying. His decisions proved right.
Also, Nikhil, don't forget, the last time Ashwin was picked for the T20 World Cup. Obviously, the final decision would have been a consensus between the captain and the selectors, but the initial nudge came from Rohit Sharma. And who's going to captain your T20 World Cup team this time?
Rohit,
So you never know.
So lots of questions. Can we start one by one?
Let's go with the previous one.
The way they were coming. So let's take. Golu Sharma again says, I think Ash is equally important as UV. This IPL is best for you, UZ, because he is getting equal help from Ash, which he was not getting in his previous.
It's actually a very valid point. In RCB, UZ was something of a lone warrior. Here, it's not just Ash who's helping him out. You have like a Bolt and Prasad as well, who are.
No, but UZ was picking wickets there as well.
He was picking wickets there. True, he was. But
even though there was nobody supporting, he is picking. I'm saying a good spinner will pick up wickets.
I'm just saying it's not. You'll not be guaranteed to be a match winner.
No, but the point is still valid, because if you have a Trent Bolt who picks up wickets early in the innings, and then you have Ashwin who does that job of containing the batsman scoring. So then
Ashwin is now picking wickets.
And Yuzi Chahal is not picking those many wickets. The way he was picking in the initial part of the season. So
see, in RCB, what used to happen is Chahal picked up 25 wickets, but the rest of the bowling never picked up wickets.
That's what I'm saying. So now, despite no help, he was still picking.
But here,
so if a good enough spinner, you'll pick it.
Why his potency is
good
much
leg
more.
Spinner. A good leg spinner will definitely pick wickets.
Why his potency is much more, and reflects in the team performance also. You've got 1 to 5 who's settled in the batting. You got Bolt, Prasidh in the bowling, and Ash that is supporting Chahal brilliantly. The fifth bowling is still a weakling, but it's not as much of a weakling as we perceive.
It's also because the top 4 generally. What was my point with RR when they started the season is that fifth bowling and maybe the sixth batting is a problem. But the top half have pulled their weight wonderfully. So that's why they are the second best team in the IPL. It's not a coincidence.
Yes, top 2 finish.
Top 2 finish.
And they'll play Gujarat Titans. And we don't know how the pitch will be.
So what was Sangha telling?
And they will. No, that's confidential and classified.
How the pitch will be in Kolkata, I don't know, because For the first time, we are going to play outside of the Maharashtra Biover.
So generally speaking, over the past few years, the Kolkata pitch had just completely changed in nature.
Yes.
Previously, you'd be having 4 spinners and Rajat Bhatia. But
Ever since Saurav Ganguly became the CAP president.
He switched up entirely, made it to be like a batting paradise.
Right.
So I think matches there will be fun, assuming rain doesn't come and.
Oh yeah, the Kal Baisakhi storms.
That happens.
Yes, this time.
There is 23rd onwards is predicted.
So I don't.
23rd May onwards.
Then is there a reserve day? Yes, for playoffs, I think.
No,
For the final, there is a.
they'll give it to Rajasthan. No, but final is in
Narendra Modi Stadium.
Ahmedabad.
Why will they give it to Rajasthan?
Because they said you are a better team.
But no, Gujarat finished first. They should give it to them by that logic.
No, I'll tell you why. So Gujarat will finish with 9 wins.
10.
Why?
They've got 20 points.
20 points.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Achha, Rajasthan will finish
18.
So that's what I'm saying.
So it'll be.
And they'll give Rajasthan qualifier 2. Simple.
Huh? No.
Gujarat Titans.
But
Take the question, please.
Despite the fact that Rajasthan won this game, hats off to the way Ashwin played today. In fact, he played. This is what
He's played the better knock compared to Yashasvi also.
Yes.
Because of the situation.
This is the second time. See, he got to a 50
played well.
earlier also. In fact, Yashasvi has played a few good knocks, but then inexperience. That is, I think. See, Yashasvi Jaiswal has to be a better batsman than Ashwin. But at times, what happens is game sense and your experience that counts.
Exactly.
Today, Ashwin. In fact, the dressing down that Lucknow got from Gautam Gambhir. Gautam Gambhir insisted on one thing, that was game sense. Ashwin knew exactly how the field was placed, where the fielders were, and he didn't try to hit ball too hard.
Very well timed.
Yes,
Just locked.
Even those.
Even for RR, the Ashwin's batting is even better because what happened? Shimron Hetmeyer fell cheaply. You all felt after Shimron, what will happen? But Ashwin stepped up to the plate brilliantly. So at least you have that additional buffer also heading into the playoffs.
I was listening to Mr. Gavaskar. He said Hetmeyer's wife has delivered.
But a lot of
Yes.
family members or subscribers are saying he shouldn't have said it. I know this is a joke that goes across social media. Many times it's happened before on Twitter and all of that. But commentary, I don't know.
Sunny Bhai doesn't care, I think, because he's not on social media. He's only on Instagram now.
Yeah. So again, to each his own. Some people have not liked it. Just go to the question, please.
Just like the next one is that?
Mehraj.
He loves asking us like these deep encompassing questions, Miraj.
If all the players are in pool, including retained superstars, who do you think at present will be the highest sold? He has picked Rashid Khan. Good call.
Good shout.
Sorry.
If everyone was in the auction, including the retained guys,
You
who
don't
do
have a
think
chance of retaining.
will get the biggest bid?
Everyone has to go to auction. Who do you think gets the most money?
All players, as of now, as of today. It's also a good call.
Yeah, I still feel Bumrah.
Yeah, I would also
Because
go
an Indian
with.
star is a good shout, especially a batsman, if you ask me. Because they'll get in an Indian batsman, most likely captain him. It's just how franchises work.
Quite possible, but
So,
if you
Mehraj has
personally,
picked Rashid. He has picked
Andre Russell is a very good call.
And
Virat Kohli.
Virat Kohli.
Not Kane Williamson.
Virat Kohli is a good shot.
Kohli.
You guys have forgotten Rohit Sharma also.
The 5-time captain, yes.
Yes.
5-time champion, sorry.
Jasprit Bumrah I would have gone for is a good option. Joss Butler. He's at the moment, even though his run scoring has fallen in the MVP list where they take a lot of things, he's still number 1.
Because he's already done his
He's
job.
number 2
perhaps.
actually. Dreras is 1.
No.
Butler is. Dreras is
Butler, I don't know their scoring.
Just today.
I don't know. I don't know how they score these points for MVP. But I think he's 487. But Andre Russell is not 481. But he doesn't have any chance to improve on that.
841 actually is the score.
841.
And 872. The difference is that Russell bowls in fields also, no? With Joss, there's no
just
bowling
batting,
factor.
yeah.
And
Doesn't
Russell,
even keep
And Russell
anymore.
was picking up a lot of wickets at one point, no? One match, 1 over, he's bowled 4 wickets.
Last over he'll bowl, everybody will go after him and he'll pick up.
And he's picking up 4 wickets, caught by Rinku Singh.
Yes.
Caught Rinku
bowled Russell.
By the way, you saw, na, I showed them. You saw Ravi Shastri is on fire on Twitter today. So today he did that. Na, ask Ravi. So one guy in the asking question said, Ravi bhai, मैंने 2 घंटे लगाए पूरे to make this drawing of yours. उसने कोशिश करी, which is, it's not a great drawing or whatever. It's not bad either.
I hope he didn't get any abuse.
No. I'll just show you the drawing. Let me show you the drawing, and if you guys can check Twitter. So this guy Manan Batra, he says, sir, 2 घंटे लगा के आपका ये sketch बनाया है. Listen, please reply. He made it. He replied to him saying, please मिटा दे यार.
Because there's a similar joke on this.
He does look like Ravi Shah. It's not that bad also, but it's not great either.
Yeah.
But poor guy tried.
No, because you know this is Ravi Shastri. That is why you are saying this is Ravi Shastri. If I would have randomly showed you this picture, tell me who is this guy.
No, if you had said no, guess the cricketer, I would have. You should have said guess the cricketer by showing.
Just because of moustache?
No, the hair, the face, what about these done?
No.
I swear, if you had asked me guess the cricketer,
I would have been stumped.
I would have picked Ravi Shastri. If you just said guess who this is, I may have struggled. But if you said guess the cricketer, I would have picked
looking.
Ravi.
I would have been
Because then I would have gone
and
with
he's not
the
even looking
closest.
straight.
I would have gone with the closest to this.
Because if you say guess the cricketer, I remember Shastri with the longish hair in his playing days.
But
Hey,
it's
come
now, you
At that
remember.
time, every cricketer had those kind of
long
that.
locks.
Ah, okay.
There's a similar thing where this is a joke. I'm not sure how much of it is true.
Except for
but someone tagged Elon Musk in a drawing, and this one, by the way, this drawing makes that drawing look like looks like you could be hanged up in the Louvre.
Okay.
The Elon Musk drawing was horrible. Elon Musk actually DM'd the guy saying delete this shit and never at me again. I don't know how true it is, but the drawing was really bad. He didn't reply to him also. He didn't actually quote tweet it. He DM'd him saying please delete this.
Is there any truth in that drawing? If you flip Donald Duck up, it will look like Trump with that angry
it's the other
face?
way around. So if you take Donald Trump, flip his face around, he looks a bit like Donald Duck.
Donald Trump. It's not Donald Trump. It's Donald Trump.
Dolan Trump.
Dolan. Virginia Volleyball has sent us some US dollars. Wants to know, what if IPL 2023 is also played in Maharashtra due to COVID? Does Dhoni continue on till 2024? Why are Indian players generally reluctant to retire? Let Mr. CSK answer.
Please
go
tell
for
me.
it.
Okay, so firstly, we don't know what the situation will be in 2023. Okay, Dhoni.
He's saying if. He's asking you if it is, then what do you think?
Yeah, he will bat. He will continue to be lead CSK until 2024. He'll play out that entire 3-year contract.
That's what I said.
That even I agree with Shane on that. Why are Indian players so reluctant to retire? I mean, I really cannot say anything because see, we came at a time. Remember when everybody was like, "Why is Tendulkar not going? Why is Tendulkar not going?" Remember?
No.
Why?
I mean, that debate was going on from
No,
2008.
we came there at the time.
I mean, when we looked at the cricket news and all that.
Acha, when you started working in news or when you started following cricket?
Following
The moment he was born, he picked up a newspaper.
See, my only simple thing is, if for anything in this retirement situation, I say only one thing. If the player believes that he genuinely can contribute, even when he's 40 or 45, and if the
He contributed today.
of course.
In hindsight, maybe Rahul was right, where he was saying that the condition.
And by the way, post-match, did you hear what MS Dhoni had to say?
No.
He was asked that perhaps you were 20-30 runs short. He said no, just 10.
He's not wrong. Not wrong.
He's actually not wrong, yes.
What? No. Now, in hindsight, we can say that they were just 10 runs short. If they would have scored 160, Rajasthan would have ended up losing this match. But
see, again,
why can't you consider that
No,
Rajasthan were also aware that they were chasing, would have been aware that they were
but
chasing.
I'll tell you one thing about Dhoni. He's pretty honest in these things.
yeah.
If he feels to be critical, he criticizes. When he says 10, I think because he calculates these things so precisely, he studies the conditions so well that he knows that 160 mein main jita dunga.
I understand. I get your point, but at times, I think there are games, but maybe Rajasthan would have also been aware that they are not chasing 150, they're chasing 160. They would have also,
in hindsight, again, if you look at it, 6 overs 75, the next 6 overs 70. The next 14 overs, 75.
So same thing happened to their innings also, Rajasthan. Like
yeah.
so
Maybe yes, maybe the conditions were actually
get tough. Yeah. So maybe
once
not
the
fair.
ball gets a little softer.
Yeah. So my whole thing on this Indian players reluctant to retire. If you even contribute and the team feels that you're still doing a good job at the age of 40, 45, go for it.
See, Harsha has tweeted that only. What we are talking, he's saying what a player Ravichandran and Ashwin is, just gets cricket. You're talking about game awareness. He understands cricket.
Yes.
Whether Test cricket where he is a great or T20 where he is now a champion.
Yep.
Is what I'm saying.
He's one of you.
Yeah, no, I'm saying now he is forcing you to think about him, and not because that his spinning figures have really improved, but with another dimension that he's got. Now I'm telling you, he will come into this conversation. May not be immediately.
His name will do a few rounds before.
In the case of
1 second, Naman Jain's comment. He says Anil Kapoor wants the address of that painting. Welcome.
Yeah. What was his name?
भाई कौन सा भाई?
Majnu
Majnu. Painting.
नहीं, the best part about that is लड़का कहाँ है? वही जो बॉनेट के ऊपर है. बॉनेट कहाँ है? अरे वही लड़के के नीचे. अच्छा. You are all like Nana Patekar in that.
Nana Patekar was so.
He was straight man.
I went
Control, Uday, control.
I went to see that film with a friend of mine from office. It was an NDTV at that time, and we went. So we had heard so much. We went, and the theater was full. So we got the front row. You won't believe this friend of mine in that film. 50% of the time during that film was on the floor because he just fall down laughing. He'd just be on the floor on the carpet. Used to be just lying down laughing. Then he'd sit after some time, again fall down laughing. He was rolling on the.
Amazing.
It was a fantastic film.
Nothing like Alu le lo.
That is
Kanda, yaar, Alu nahi Kanda.
Both.
Alu Kanda.
Yeah.
It is the scene of the film.
I know. Paresh Rawal scenes are also brilliant.
But your front seat experience is a lot better than mine. One time, all of us, unfortunately, I think last minute made a plan. 4-5 of us, front row, and we're like, oh great. And that too, English movies where action is very fast. You're watching. There's this one kid who just won't stop running up and down, and you're like, you're this close to wanting to just sticking your foot out. I know, very evil thought, but still.
You know what was my worst movie experience? Beside those stereos, I mean, those Dolby surround sound.
Oh, the Dolby.
This stereo sound is here. I'm 2 seats. What was the movie? LOC Kargil. Oh man.
Must have been shooting into your
And plenty of Ben Stokes. I'm sorry.
I saw Avatar in 3D. In 3D.
Wow.
With the glasses on, you're seeing those fellows fly at you. There were so many old people watching that movie. I was like, how are they managing? I'm finding it scary.
3D, that I get reminded of Chota Chetan.
It was 3D film.
No, but Rajpal Yadav's dialogue.
I was a school kid, I went to see it.
Yeah, Rajpal Yadav's dialogue also. अरे तुमने सुना है छोटा चेतन के बारे में? Picture देखा था चश्मा डाल के. That hangama.
Yeah, and see, this is a pain none of you will get. I'm a bespectacled person.
Oh yeah.
It is very hard to wear them on top of your glasses, then enjoy.
Then
yes,
you have to wear.
You
can't
wearing
see.
specs.
Oh, it's hazy.
And
so if you're wearing specs, you have to wear them.
So if I'm like, I take
or
off my
remove
glasses,
specs
right?
then, but you can't see.
Mine is distance, okay. So if it's that far, also it'll come hazy. So if I put on just the 3D glasses, horrible. So you need to wear these.
You have to wear.
Have you seen any 3D movie?
Chota Chetan.
Chota Chetan I've seen.
I was in school. I went to the theater to watch with the
I
won't forget that.
I was also in school when I saw that movie.
I was in a small town.
Picture देखे
I was in a smaller town.
Because you have to. There's no.
There was a theater there.
No, I came to Delhi, I think, to watch that movie. No, I think I saw it there. No, I think I had to go to Nainital to watch that.
Yeah, Nainital that time Nainital used to have 2-3 theaters. If you're talking about your young days, now only that one is left.
If I remember correctly.
Oh, there was a question by Avinash Aviv which Sid can answer. He's saying now Dhoni plays next season, so again Jagadish will be benched.
No. See again.
Jagadish will be benched.
Narayan Jagadish, but at least he played a game. He at least played the
We've
previous
taken
game.
this.
Yeah.
Just close
You're
this.
saying at least he played a game.
We've taken that.
He's better.
Open.
Baba didn't play a game for 3 years when he was.
Yes.
Sai Kishore. Never played a game for CSK.
Now
but
finally he
in GT he's playing well. So at least he played a game. Thank goodness for that.
Right. Mr. Shekhar says only Gaikwad and Tripathi are equally competent against genuine pace, which is 145 plus, and spin amongst the latest crop must be in at least 15 member squad. Yeah, but I don't think they'll see this. The point that you make, Shekhar, is true. I think in fact I was discussing this early evening as well, that the one player who's looked absolutely comfortable against Umran Malik, an Indian player, is Ruturaj Gaikwad.
True. Yeah.
Pace does not bother him at all, and spin also is very good with his feet. So yeah, he is looking really good. Same with Rahul Tripathi. I think he's also very good against spinners, but I don't think they will look at this aspect.
You know, as far as 15 is concerned, I can understand your sentiments going by how they've performed, or not just in this IPL, because Ruturaj has barely played a few good innings in this IPL, but going by what he has done previously. But you know, you can include them, but in place of which player?
No, I'm saying, because remember they're saying that they may continue with the squad because he was part of the squad before this in the earlier series, West Indies.
So I thought he's talking about 15 member. I thought he's talking about the T20 World Cup.
So at the moment, I'm saying you can only, the 15 member squad will be later. I'm saying now he may get a chance, Ruturaj.
He will be there.
Because big.
So most likely he will be there.
So if let's say he has a great South Africa series, and you never know, then maybe.
Nikhil, I understand, but then you're talking about an opener.
Yes.
You're talking about an opener.
So there is KL and Rohit.
And just in case if you Virat Kohli is there.
There's your backup.
No, Virat is number 3 now.
Virat Kohli can open also.
But he'll bat number 3. So
I understand.
What about if not for keeping Ishan Kishan also as a batter?
I think Ishan may be selected in this South Africa series.
He should be.
But there are 3 keepers
He
in
shouldn't be
contention.
dropped.
By the way, there are 3 keepers in contention.
Sanju,
Ishan Kishan, DK.
And DK would be probably top of that pile. Right?
Yes, I don't think they'll take 3 wicket-keeper batsmen.
Yep.
Maybe 2. No, for South Africa series. Considering Pant will go for the test. So now you're left with, you'll pick 2 for the South Africa series. So who would be the 2? That'd be interesting.
So if Ishan doesn't make it, that means he'll be dropped.
Yes.
Because he was there in the last.
He was. Because again, see, what are the series that you're playing? One is this 5-match series, 3 in Ireland and in England you're playing, 2 and 3 in Ireland and England. Then you play against the West Indies, and then you play Australia, and then the World T20.
For me, once this Ireland series is done, get over with it. Prepare for the T20 World Cup. As simple as this, because you know, if you try a lot of options, somebody or the other will perform. Then you will say it's the problem of plenty. But then the coach and the team management will say, and the selectors will say, it's a good headache to have. And then at the end of the day, you will.
Some hodgepodge will over.
You'll prepare a khichdi which nobody can eat, neither you can eat it nor throw up.
Yeah, throw it. And my point has always been, what is a good headache? There's no headache which is good. Literally.
Exactly.
All headaches are a headache, a pain.
But this is a very a common sort of a statement or a statement. Cliche.
Because
everybody.
I agree with Rahul for the simple reason, like how did you win the 20-run World Cup? You had a settled core that was performing for 1 year.
Yes.
And before this World T20, if you play with that core for 1 or 2 series, you at least know what is the problem. You can at least iron out some of the deficiencies, and in the 15, you can have that backup. Play with that core for at least 2 series before the World T20, because unfortunately you don't have time. You should have, ideally, you should have finalized your core by May. Before after the end of the IPL, your core should be finalized. But now, with the test, this thing, with everything, they will not finalize it before July.
Exactly. Please do not. It's a request with folded hands. Please do not
do the mistakes
repeat
of
the
2019.
same mistake. You know, because you had so many options. You tried so many options for that number 4 spot. I don't know. It eventually became a subsidy ka khel. What, snake and ladders?
People understand.
So and eventually when the D-Day arrived, people were looking at each other.
Even in the middle of the World Cup, there were multiple number 4s.
Then you had Rishabh Pant, DK.
Everyone.
Pretty sure if I put my hand up, they would have been, you come, no problem.
See the match highlights and then tell me if Shane gets a chance. Number
4 balls. I outlasted Shivam. So who's getting everywhere.
So if not 15, at least have your 18. Have your 18, then eliminate. Because what happens is that is how you also develop insecurities. Trust me, I'm telling you, I've spoken to a lot of players during that time, before the 2019 World Cup, in 2018, and a lot of people actually felt insecure.
That horses for courses approach.
They actually said, at times they used to hear us. I don't know for what reason, because majority of people say that
what you said was right.
So, majority of the people say, what are you barking for the last 1 minute and a half? Anyway, so a lot of
players were listening.
Yes,
so
and
they can.
And stories. At times if you come up with a wrong stat, it's like
And by the way, the stories if you narrated, I didn't hear them, but I know what you're saying because I didn't say it, but I also from like the periphery, because former players who are friends in that circle, everyone knew.
Exactly.
So what you were saying was not false.
Yes, you just had to say insecurity, and the story will automatically come from the horse's mouth.
As I said, you are number 4.
And you worked with so many former cricketers who are still. I don't need to name.
No, so during our work, when the match started, you do the pre-show. The match starts, you sit in a lounge. All you do is gossip. So there's one question from Rohit Khanna on our chat.
Can I say something before we take the next question? Can we go back to that super chat that was there? I just want to ask Miraj rules. First, give us your full name, Miraj. A, and secondly, what do you do? Because the kind of money that you spend every day on your super chats, you can stop this. You can pay this very same amount to me. I am ready to move and shift to Canada if you want. He must be spending around $50 or $100 a day.
About. Not 50 actually, less.
No, he sends us
30.
No,
30,
this
30.
is just here. You don't know.
Oh,
he must be spending on Sports Talk also.
I
on your AajTak, the show that you do.
No, we don't take questions there.
Why?
Just start.
So he's spending his hard-earned money.
No, they don't. Nobody.
So Miraj, I am ready to move to Canada if you just stop these and just pay these super chats and pay me this. And
so answer his question now.
Will you guys be coming live with the same excitement for Women's T20 Challenge? I mean, other channels don't do this. So hoping we can have great discussion about the women's teams or team.
Teams, whatever. Bolo.
Yes.
What?
We will have a
Miraj, to be very.
No, we will not have a pre.
Or
whatever.
Yeah. See, I can.
We'll have a show.
Yes, we will not have this. For the same duration, we can't have it. To be very honest, but surely
actually, if you look at it, talking points are not an awful lot there. There are temporary teams in a placeholder tournament that is waiting for the women's IPL to be launched, which keeps changing. There's no actual history involved here. Correct. So we'll discuss the results, of course. We would definitely
do a show a day, but not pre, mid or post. Go back to the Rohit Khanna thing. He asked a question to Rahul Rawat, so I wanted to take that.
कुछ गड़बड़ ना हो बस.
Bulb चला दया. Rohit Khanna. There. Rahul Rawat sir, your bowling action is like Virat Kohli.
No, Rohit, I am not a wrong footed. I don't bowl wrong footed.
Yeah, you don't have
how many comparisons you've got?
People are making fun of me and
now Virat
and you are joining the bandwagon.
I'm getting you to answer. You can say.
Rohit Khanna, Rahul will never get hit for 28 runs in an over. Please, Virat has.
No, Virat, of course.
No, but Virat bowled to. We are bowling to amateur batsmen.
Exactly.
But still,
Virat bowled to
Albi Walker.
Amateur batsman was still
43 of 12.
Amateur batsman is also a good term.
That's why I'm saying we will actually call them amateur batsmen.
Go to the bottom of the chart.
How bad our bowling would be that they still scored 200 runs.
True.
Yeah, they were 23.
But there have been better days. Unfortunately,
those matches are not live. Never mind.
Thank you, Kamlesh.
Okay, few comments we'll take. Kamlesh is saying congratulations Rahul, RR in top 2 है ना?
Yes.
अब उसके RCB के लिए भी दुआ करो.
दुआ.
He is saying Kamlesh do.
मैं विराट के लिए दुआ करूंगा, मैं आरसीबी के लिए क्यों करूं?
तो they're related in that sense.
No,
अच्छा ऐसे थोड़ी कि RCB रह जाए विराट खेल जाए.
नहीं मेरा अब see to me.
See, Virat has played his knock, but his team have been bad.
No. I am saying I'll pray for Virat Kohli because I am more concerned about the Indian team.
So, but how will you get to see more of Virat Kohli batting if they don't make it?
इंडिया के लिए खेलेगा ना.
अरे भाई इंडिया तो टाइम है ना.
See,
जुलाई में खेलेगा.
See, I
and you want that break. By the way,
it doesn't matter to me.
Basically, you don't want RCB to qualify.
No, it doesn't matter.
Kamlesh wished you congratulations. Can you not wish back to his team? His team is RCB.
Achha, sorry, I didn't read. I just read. There, congratulations. RR in top 3.
यार he
top
is
2.
हाँ.
यार sorry Kamlesh, I'm so sorry.
Come on यार.
अब हमारी
RCB के लिए भी दुआ कर
कर दीजिए.
He congratulated you.
यार अगर मेरी दुआ कबूल हो रही होती ना तो आज मैं यहाँ होता. दुआएं नहीं कबूल हो रही हैं.
Acha, Vedant Garg is saying, Neilza, remember I said a month back that RR is winning the IPL this year and definitely it's going to happen. Good on you, Vedant.
Yeah, probably the favourites in that. Right?
Yeah, good. No, okay, Gujarat are favourite.
I don't know. I think they'll fall off in the playoffs. But
out of the 5,
that's
Gujarat
are
favourites.
Yeah.
Gujarat are favourites.
Well, the team that's top will be favourite. Your gut feeling can tell you that no, RCB will qualify and win. That's another matter. You know, I'm saying favourite will be the team
out of the
that's-
5 winners, only one reached the playoffs at the end of the day. RR, that's it.
RR, by the way, has reached the playoff for the first time after 2008.
Yeah.
No, they reached the eliminator in 2018.
18.
Sorry, they will play the
They'll play
top two.
the
Sorry,
top
they
two,
finished
yeah.
top 2 first time after
first time,
2000.
2008,
Yeah.
yes.
Because that time they weren't top 2.
There's always a first time, then there's always a next time.
Next time.
And
So Parth is saying we will definitely get a new winner because RR
absolutely.
won it long ago, so you can call it.
I mean, it's a whole different team also.
Yeah.
There's not one remnant of that original team.
See, if RR loses and if even RCB or any of RCB or LSG go through to the final, then for the first time since 2016, you will have 2 new teams who have not won the IPL trophy ever. It happened in RCB SRH 2016.
Neither team had won.
Neither team had won the. Of course, if you want to relate SRH to Deccan Chargers, no, but it was a whole new team.
Franchise, just in the same city.
So since 2016, you'll have 2 sides who've never won the IPL title. That might happen.
You know, if you ask me the definition of a dangerous team, I can't define what a dangerous team is. But if I have to pick a team, I would say Rajasthan Royals and Punjab Kings. I always thought, you know, if you are in a situation where it's a must-win game for you, I would never want to face a team like Punjab Kings. I would never want to face a team like Rajasthan Royals because on their day they can do anything. Punjab it's a team full of, I can't use that word, but still they can do anything on their day. अब पागलों की टीम है वो basically. मतलब पगले बैट्समैन.
Mavericks, you can.
Mavericks.
Yeah. Ikpreet Singh is saying, thank you for yesterday's match. Please include red versus blue match on Gamezy. He was to make a team on Gamezy. Red versus blue. Also watch match highlights. It's coming on 2 channels. Thanks. He is watching the match highlights. Yes, match highlights have been put.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, but the live match comes on SportsTak app. So if you download it,
you can actually watch the entire match if you have time. If you don't have light, or if there's a park at your place, you can always go and watch the entire match. It's a 4-5 hour long match.
No, but why? No? The live match on SportsTak app.
3 hours only.
3 hours.
Because we didn't really bat.
So just 3 hours.
Oh, that's like a long Hindi movie.
Yeah, no, people are watching. SportsTak app.
No, I know.
There were 6,000.
Yes, live watching.
Watching.
Live watching. Concurrent viewers.
Yes.
You had 3 to 4, as far as I remember.
6,000.
And there were around, if I remember correctly, around 4 to. I spoke to Akash. Akash was telling us that Akash, the same guy, you must have seen him now. 86, 83, 86. He scored yesterday. So he said that yesterday they have had so many downloads.
Yes.
It has broken the record books as far as SportsTak app is concerned.
I mean, I think those 6,000 concurrent views because of Akash's batting. It was
plus,
simply sublime.
also
That's the way we collapsed.
Yeah.
It was a bit of a
Collapse.
train wreck, so.
No, it wasn't a collapse. Collapse is usually when you take
start
off.
well and then-
You take off. We never took off.
How we collapsed from the start.
Yeah.
Only. That was it.
The only unbeaten batsman from Team Blue, Shane Dyer.
Average of infinity, no?
Look at Team Red, Anurag laughing.
Like a good laugh.
He's laughing.
It's good. It's him.
No
Shivam was
worries.
mouthing off.
No worries.
Shivam would have said sledge dust once.
Troller number one.
So if Kamlesh is still there, Kamlesh, if RCB is your team, RCB, they were also bowled out for 68 this season.
Yeah.
But then where are they now? Where are they now? Now they are still there, but you never know.
All but out if DC are on the verge of winning.
Right side.
Deepak Yadav,
Yes.
thank you for pointing out that he's saying our camera is tilting and he's saying all the best
Actually,
also for RR. All the best for RR.
Thank you, Deepak. Thank you very much. But if I see this camera, it actually looks a little
Yeah, but
tilted.
on the frame it's not that tilted if you see.
Maybe you can check your phone or the laptop. Maybe it is tilted towards the right side.
Okay, Saurabh Ghosh saying, Nikhil sir, if we needed a settled team months before the World Cup, then why should we try Umran and Tripathi, Arshdeep, who have not played? But we have been saying this, Sonak, on Sports Today. We have not said that try these players. I am saying in South Africa, because your main players are not available, try them.
Yeah.
But your World Cup team will be that team only. The team that you've been going with, the team that Rohit Sharma is now building, that he started with the Sri Lanka West Indies series, and you will see that will be the core group. There could be a few changes here and there, but you will not see most likely any major surprises in those teams.
Yep.
So somebody, Vansh Jain says that he went to the RCB social media channels. He's saying under all videos, the comments are about Mumbai Indians only. Ki Mumbai Indians help. They all need Mumbai Indians help now. Saying all comments, everything is request to Mumbai Indians.
Mumbai Indians. Yes.
The internet is truly a strange place sometimes.
Yeah.
Dada, what is that? What is that? Something
You
on
stop
Dada.
somewhere.
I read something on Dada. Anyways.
See, Naman Jain is saying every person in India to selectors. ये मैं कर लेता हूँ, आप गेमजी पर अपनी टीम में.
Comment of the day.
So far,
Yes.
do you guys?
92,000 download. Vansh Jain is saying. They must have said on Sports Tak na, so that's a real number.
But I think may not be the right number.
No.
Because Akash was telling me
It was much
90?
more.
beyond a lakh.
Yeah,
Oh.
it seemed to be much more.
So
KL likely to get the orange cap. He can get an extra. So yeah, he'll get an extra game. No.
Oh, how?
But
if Lucknow get eliminated they'll play the eliminator. RR GT are playing the qualifier.
Yes, but then that way, if LSG win the eliminator, then he gets an extra game.
And he's still out. I think 90 or 110 runs. Behind
He's 90
Butler.
runs behind.
9-0.
Butler. Yeah.
It's still a while to
So again, see, if LSG win, go to qualifier, RR lose, but they go to qualifier. If they win that qualifier, RR plays 3 games, na? Lucknow also plays 2 games. If I look at it, if they lose to RR, so they still have that extra game advantage.
Mr. Shekhar saying, how long will India take to permanently replace Rohit, VK, Dhawan? Don't see anyone right now. Any probables from here? There are so many options. Yeah, I give you. If you're looking at top order or openers, there is Shubman Gill, there is Prithvi Shaw, there is Ruturaj Gaikwad. So there are 3. The Venkatesh Iyer also you've discounted. Actually, to be fair, he's not had a great IPL, but you took him to the Indian team and did decently well in the position that he was given. So I mean, not now, but so there are options.
there's no options.
Shreyas Iyer,
Forgotten Ishan Kishan.
Ishan Kishan, Shreyas Iyer in the top 3, bats number 3. So Deepak Huda has been batting 3, by the way, and batting really well.
Yes.
So
He's a bowling option also.
Yeah.
Arey, Miraj, you have. Acha, Miraj doesn't want me to. Anyway.
Come to Canada.
He's like, I'll send you the dollars.
Last question.
Yeah, sure.
Mehraj Rule says, 2 players according to you who are most underrated across the globe where achievements are not highlighted enough. He picks Gillespie and Gautam Gambhir. Good call.
Both good shouts, really.
Underrated, not appreciated much.
To be very honest, I never thought, at least for Gambhir, I never thought. And with Gillespie, the only problem was the team that he was playing with. that Australian team.
McGrath, Vaughan, all of that.
Lee.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Lee. So, but yeah, Gillespie, dangerous.
Absolutely.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
Night watchman with 200, and that was his final innings in tests.
Yes.
I'll pick one of the most underrated bowlers. I think Mohammad Asif for me.
Oh yes.
Oh, yes.
Muhammad Asif, I think he was, but
Just
was
that he
the
didn't have a
leader of that.
long career. No, on his day,
One of the
unplayable. That bowl to VVS Lakshman.
Sehwag
there
also,
was a
Tendulkar.
there was a rumor about Muhammad Asif. Was that true?
I don't
That he was dating here somebody in India?
really. I didn't. Seriously, I didn't know this. I may not have heard of it.
I think people would know.
People will point out. Our family members are very quick.
I
Please
don't
point
know
it
if
out
he'll
what
take
he's
the
talking
name or
about.
not.
But Mohammad Asif, I'm saying, because didn't have a big career as well, and then that controversy over the Noble. I'm saying certain days he was lethal, like absolutely lethal.
He was unplayable.
Unplayable, exactly.
Unplayable.
That spell in
Unplayable on
Karachi.
this day. He, one of the underrated guys. Who else? I
Indian
think?
player.
Let's think
I'm
of
thinking,
Indian.
I'm trying to think of Indian players.
Indian underrated.
In India, I've always felt there were so many players.
Overrated.
Exactly, exactly. And I'll tell you. See, just think of Ian Bell. Just think of
100
how
test
many
matches.
how many hundreds? I think he has close to 2,300 if I'm not wrong.
Legend.
Okay.
100 test matches.
VVS Lakshman, an absolute great. An absolute great. How many test hundreds does VVS Lakshman have?
Yeah.
How many test hundreds?
I think he has about
In the
14.
teens. It's in the teens.
14. 14.
Yeah.
Now I ask you, Ian Bell or VVS Lakshman?
Yeah, anyone will pick VVS.
VVS.
But you're saying?
But you're right.
हाँ.
Yeah.
But lekin,
But lekin Mohammad Azharuddin?
yeah.
Underrated.
No.
No. What he's trying to say is.
Yes. The
No,
comparison.
but that's also because I tell you, can I draw a comparison? Like it may happen in football, for example, right? Like if you're from Croatia and all, you're a Luka Modric or someone like vis-a-vis if you're an English player, all are superstars.
Yeah.
Like even average players, they'll
overhype. To be fair, Modric is a Ballon d'Or winner.
Yeah, but I'm saying again, will not be as
22
overhyped
test
as one.
2200 for Ian Bell.
Something like that.
2200,
Yeah.
just wait.
Harry Kane. Again,
2200 for Ian Bell.
Zero trophies.
Yeah, but
Mr. Zero trophies.
But he's a super duper star. So it happens in a country if it's obsessed with that sport. Like
and a powerhouse nation
Exactly.
also.
That is why I'm saying. When you say, I'm not saying VVS Lakshman is an overrated player.
No.
Definitely not.
He was
True great.
absolutely.
Oh, yeah, he's one of my
absolutely.
favorites.
And
My favorites,
but in England, see, we as of now today everybody is celebrating Cheteshwar Pujara. Has done,
I was going to pick Pujara, underrated. I think for what he's done, see now dropped whatever comes back or not, but just look at Pujara's numbers.
Yeah.
We will not talk about him as the greatest or
Michael Clark.
Michael Clark is now. He is a
he's over.
He led his.
Show us Pujara's numbers.
My two guys would be Andrew Strauss and Martin Guptill.
Andrew Strauss captained his team.
Yeah.
He got his due, but you can't. You
But
cannot say
after
that
he
was
retired,
underrated.
no, after he retired, there's not a
He
single
is
mention of Strauss.
he was the cricket director for.
But part time, not full time.
no, but whatever. See, I think Andrew Strauss got his due.
But not spoken about in as much depth as we want to.
But
Because see, he helped England to number one and helped them win the Ashes in Australia.
yes.
But in all this 10-year period after Strauss retired, I think he went away in very acrimonious circumstances because of the Peterson saga.
Andrew Simons,
Yeah.
Was he?
But wasn't he
underrated in that. I'm saying because of his run-ins or whatever, but truly a white ball
Great.
great, yeah.
No, he was.
He could
was
just
absolutely.
change games.
He was perhaps one of the most dangerous. Damien Martin.
Damien Martin, yeah, what a batsman.
He could.
Lehman, for that matter. Lehman. Very
Many,
gritty
yeah.
guy.
And yeah. So what? Yeah. So for example, so in India, what usually happens is
Shivam has sent a message.
that.
He's picked Rahane as underrated.
Interesting shout.
To an extent.
If Pujara then has to be
Basically,
Rahane. Two
he
guys
always
who
had to-
struggled for the last 2.5 years.
He always had to stay.
In Rohit's shadow in the Ranji Trophy in the domestic arena and then
Rohit, Virat, all these players maybe.
Even as a white ball player, mind you, and he played a lot of white ball cricket, unlike say someone like a Pujara.
Yeah.
But he was always one bad performance away from his spot being questioned.
So I was just trying to say, we in India, because cricket is such a huge sport, is as good as a religion in this country. So we tend to hype a small little performance, and every other cricketer is today known. People know who Rinku Singh is. People have barely seen him. They've just seen him in 10 odd matches, and today he's a celebrity. And no disrespect.
Chandrapal.
Yes.
Good shout.
Chandrapal, never, because he was in that team. He played so many knocks, but
good shout by Remani. Achutanan is what is.
So I'm saying, for example, Pujara. Now Pujara scored 400s there in English county. Okay. And there, Alistair Cook, I think, has already scored 2 or 3.
yes, even now.
2 or 3. And when did he retire?
2018.
So, by the way, we were talking about Ashwin, he said post-match, he said, I just brought out the David Warner inside me.
Oh, David Warner.
How does he know David Warner?
No, they were together in any team? No, Delhi,
That's
he
why
left and then he
That's why I'm wondering.
And then when he was there, he was not there. Yeah. No, but just brought the David Warner inside him.
He must have gotten inputs from Ponting in Delhi, how David Warner is.
No, it doesn't have to know him. When he's saying he brought the David Warner from inside.
When you told me earlier in the day that Virat this time said that I spoke to Rinku Singh the other night, I actually thought that was true. That
was a comment.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of comments of the day are jokes. So that was a joke.
I actually believed it. To be very honest.
No. That was a joke. Yeah, just
Marty Guptill.
Martin Guptill.
Never has gotten his due. Never has gotten his due, Martin Guptill, apart from that 237. But what is he remembered for? That run out in the 2019 World Cup final.
And don't forget the MS Dhoni run out.
Yes. Semi-final.
Oh yeah.
That direct throw.
That was wonderful.
Andy Flower.
Yes.
Oh, he was one of the most celebrated. He was
not so celebrated, but underrated
in Zimbabwe. He was the best.
Zimbabwe,
he was the number one player in 2000. He topped the ranking.
रुला देता था इंडिया में आके इंडिया को स्वीप मार
इसलिए तो कह रहा हूँ that you never talk when you're talking about great players, you're never putting him there.
I think one of the best players of the sweep shot, and the way how he tackled Indian conditions was fantastic. I think he averaged 85 in India. Who has that average among the
that is the reason why he's the most sought after coach.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. But talking about underrated, I'll tell you, because just today I was just talking about him. One of the most underrated spinners India had, Maninder Singh. I have spoken to so many of these. Dean Jones used to tell me. He said, so I asked him the best spinner. He said Maninder Singh.
Yes.
Said when he was at his peak, he was just unplayable. Then there was a time where he was like at his peak, and then suddenly he lost it.
Yeah.
And then there was a dip in his form.
People used to say that he's even better than Bishan Singh.
He himself said. He said what he has. No,
but he had nobody else to blame but
himself. Yeah. Just I don't know whether he strayed or whatever, but just lost it. But at his peak, many players from across the world I've heard said that the best spinner they faced was even in England. By the way, he played a lot of cricket in England. A lot of people there tell me, outstanding bowler. Said he was unplayable.
But he didn't play that much, so.
No. When he was playing
when he was
cricket in England,
because when he was playing. He was at that time. Everybody was wondering who this guy is. The next big thing.
He made a debut at a very young age.
Yeah, I think 19 or 17.
Yeah, something like that.
1985 he made his.
Yeah, at a very young age is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but then quit also, unfortunately, very young age. 26.
That's what. Nah, just.
Yeah, 93.
That magic just.
And he has himself admitted. Very courageous and modest and honest. That he's admitted the reasons.
Then took to umpiring. He became an umpire for many years.
And then commentator.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, those 2 games in Chennai.
Subhash Gupte also. Subhash Gupte, many years ago. Then went and settled in
Yeah.
The West Indies, na, got married.
Very
Underrated
good.
Rangana Herath, no.
Yes.
Underrated Rangana
Yes.
Herath.
Good call,
yes.
yeah. Because again,
Very good one.
his numbers are truly legendary.
Yes.
But you
Yes.
will never
Lived in
talk
Murali's
to him.
shadow.
Yeah, 12 years he had to wait in Muralidharan's shadow.
Tell me one spinner from Sri Lanka, people would say, okay, Murli.
Yeah,
Tell me
yeah.
second spinner, Murli. Third spinner, Murli. Even
Dharamsena was more popular.
this is exactly, even Dharamsena.
Was more popular.
Yeah.
But Herath, yeah, unsung hero, yeah. Absolutely.
That I would
Yeah.
go for. I
They
would.
love Rami. Tino best.
Saeed Ajmal.
Ajmal also,
Ajmal.
yeah, but he was not
Ajmal-
underrated. He was
Ajmal was.
because of action.
Yeah, that
Action
action.
got on.
42-degree flex.
Yeah.
yeah,
Killed him. Yep.
yeah.
Warner takes the revenge from SRS. I think he's.
Brendan Taylor not so much, yeah.
Michael Hussey.
Hey, this is excellent. This one, Ratnesh Gaur.
What is it?
This could be the actually this could be the only reason.
Warner did it against Sunrisers. Ashwin doing
Warner
it against
takes the
Chennai
revenge
former
from
clubs.
SRH, so I think he's comparing that. Oh, so he's saying because Warner took revenge.
No,
from
revenge in
SRH.
the sense what got the best out of Warner was against Hyderabad. So maybe he's saying.
So he's saying I took my inner Warner. That means I got the best
Yeah.
as a revenge. No, I think no.
Chalo, theek.
Too much conjecture.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think. I know he thinks deep.
Miraj Rules is saying Ganguly, the test batsman, is highly overrated.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't agree with you.
No.
He's
His
not-
numbers are not bad.
Huh?
Ganguly's.
No, I'm
he's
saying.
averaging 40.
No, I'm saying he's
He's
not
not overrated.
overrated. But I don't consider Ganguly as a very
No, but-
great test
No,
batsman.
not great. That's what I'm saying. In fact, nobody considers him a great
Exactly.
test batsman. But I'm saying his numbers aren't as bad.
Yeah, he averages 42.
42.
Yeah.
Yep.
42.
It's not bad, yeah.
So I'm saying
for a,
he's not
for a batsman
overrated.
who is batting 5-6.
He's neither underrated nor overrated.
In fact, there was a stage where he was not finding a position in the Indian Test team. But you do not talk about him when you're talking about the Indian Test lineup. You're talking about a Sehwag, you're talking about a Sachin, a Dravid, a Lakshman, right? These were the Fab Four. So Ganguly is not included, but his numbers aren't bad.
Yeah.
So look at 7,000 runs at an average of 42, which is not bad for
And
any
he used to
Test
bat at number 5 or 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he'll be is not because nobody considers him a test batsman is not true. He doesn't have bad test numbers.
Test match. If you have to save your life, if you have to ask somebody to bat to save your life, put it.
Test match.
Yeah. I'm giving you options. You don't have to.
My all-time favorite is only one. Yeah,
I'm saying
BC
Rahul
Lara.
Dravid or Sachin
BC
Tendulkar.
Lara. Oh, why are you going there? Brian Charles Lara, man.
Rahul Dravid.
Always
Same.
Rahul Dravid
Rahul,
for
for
me.
sure.
eternal favorite.
See,
I go with
young culture.
Lara was my favorite.
Never hold back your punches.
BCL.
You pick. Who are you going to?
Rahul Dravid.
Rahul Dravid. Yeah, that's true.
But overall, if you have to pick him, I'll say Sachin Tendulkar. Ask me Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli.
Ross Taylor.
I may pick VVS also.
Yeah.
On tough situation to
He could provided
Provided Pragyan Ojas at the other end.
I was thinking of that.
Ross
No, Zaid
Khan is an all-time
He's an
great.
all-time
Yeah,
great.
he's an all-time great.
He's not.
He's the one who made swing
Good
bowling
question.
fashionable.
Is
in India.
Parag underrated? We have a question there.
He's neither at this point.
Chaminda was also a good shout.
Yeah.
Though he's a legend in Sri Lanka, but I'm saying you still don't look at him as an all-time
I
international
do.
great, which he kind of was.
He had the best bowling action that I can
Yeah,
think of.
very small.
Clockwork.
Ajit
Smooth.
Agarkar with Ghosh.
Yes.
I used to like that guy. I can't tell you how much.
Yeah,
Trust
even
me.
I.
Oh, he was a
And,
brilliant bowler.
And
He
Ajit
was
Agarkar is a litmus test for all these Indian fans who are harping nonsensically about his economy rate of 5.03. But
He
dude,
was
he
a
took
strike
you
bowler.
wickets 288
and he, I think if I remember correctly, he was fastest to 50 or 100
Yeah,
wickets.
50 wickets.
He broke Saklin's record or Shoaib Akhtar's record.
Saklin. He broke
Maybe
Saklin's
so,
record.
yeah.
And he also had the fastest,
50, 23
Yes.
balls, which was equaled by Rahul
Dravid.
And now
New
by KL
Zealand.
Rahul also, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, KL
Yeah.
Rahul.
Steve Finn.
No.
Not a chance.
Not at all.
Heat streak.
Root is not underrated, yeah.
Root is
Come on,
not
Fab
Test
Four.
great, yeah. Come on, what are you
He's
saying?
part of the Fab Four here. Come on.
He's in England great. No way is he
See,
underrated.
people are saying Rahul Rawat is also underrated. Well played, all. Nikhil Paji and Rahul and I
where
don't
are you
know.
reading all this?
This is Ikpreet Singh.
Ikpreet, acha. He says, I have watched live, but my battery drains. I was in office, that's why again watch the highlights.
What
Nice.
job do you do? You're working.
He's saying Nikhil Paji and Rahul Rawat are also underrated on lighter note.
No, you're very serious.
Oh boy. Roscoe. Not Vijay. Not Murli Vijay.
Huh?
Oh,
Murli Vijay, underrated.
Who said Murli Vijay?
no, he looked gorgeous by the way, batting.
exactly. Yeah.
But underrated.
He's underrated as a CSK batsman, not in the India colours. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Ross Taylor is not underrated. That man is an absolute legend.
Please wish Tushar Bhardwaj a very happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Tushar!
Tushar, many happy returns of the day.
Yes.
May God bless you. May
Also, Austin Kuna points out something interesting. Ashwin did the Warner celebration where he does that jump and pump.
Oh, yeah.
That's the most Warner celebration ever.
That's why.
When he gets 100 or something, he just.
Yeah.
Maybe Warner inspires him.
yeah, maybe Warner inspires a lot
Could
of
pick. Yeah, exactly. Couldn't
And
pick a better
anyway, it's
bat.
coming at a time when Shane Watson said, "Come on, make David Warner the T20 captain."
Who said?
Shane Watson.
And I think I read that he should be forgiven now.
Yes.
You know, that was a mistake.
Because
yes.
Warner's been banned for life, no? For that.
He can't lead a team. Oh, sorry, the Australian.
Yeah.
See, Shubham Dalmia is saying Ganguly scored 16 test hundreds and India didn't lose a single match in those. Michael Hussey and Marcus Trescothick are also the most underrated. Yes.
Trescothick, yeah. Wow, that's a stat I'll look up. 16 centuries and India never lost.
Wow.
We'll have
That's
to check.
almost on Inzamam, like, because Inzamam, whenever he scored those 2500s, Pakistan never lost.
Somebody,
I know that one.
Merajul is saying Azhar Mahmood. No, I don't think he got the due of what he was.
But I.
Mix
he was
bag of
He was a.
Arvinda
quality
De
all-rounder.
Silva underrated.
Except
Arvinda De Silva is a legend.
Yeah.
Legend.
Also,
That
in
is
Man
my
Mara,
favorite
definitely.
batsman.
That man enjoys his
Yeah.
cakes unlike anybody else. He's
Cakes.
a big cake fan.
You have to.
No.
Also, how is Sangakkara
There was a
underrated?
park at my place. So I told my parents that I'm not coming home today. I am going to stay in some hotel and something.
Here, two beanbags and
An AC.
So
I have slept many times in
Office.
when I was in Bombay covering 2019 World Cup. So our studio was there. I was in a hotel, and as Bombay rains, packed. The cab driver is, sir, car cannot move only.
Yeah,
So I was like, what to do?
That I've done.
Then in the studio,
the studio, I have stayed in cars.
no, not car. So in the studio, we had that lounge area, na, where we put the sofa, sleep there only. Next morning, luckily, then slightly cleared up. Then sat in the cab and then went. So the cab
a
driver
couple of
sleeps in the car,
Mumbai
sleeping in the
rain.
studio.
A couple of trees have fallen, something has happened, so there was no light for electricity for, I don't know, it was
Oh, damn.
5-6 hours.
Oh, that's terrible.
So
Yeah, I hope my
my
area also
parents
there's
just
no fault.
called me to inform that there's no electricity at home. So just letting you know.
Was he having an inverter?
Sorry? No, everything is there, but
It's on backup.
everything is gone now. Everything was
Obviously,
gone.
5-6
so,
hours is a lot.
so my mother just called me. In fact, she called me earlier also just to tell still no electricity. So right
Oh,
now she
now you
called
have
me
to
and said it's on. So I
Oh, coming.
you saved some money.
Ashok Dinda Lavram is saying underrated.
Hinda Academy.
Dan Vittori, underrated batsman.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a good batsman, you're right. Nathan
30 average.
Astle, not underrated. Nathan Astle got his due, I think. It was very good. Chandrapal,
quick
we've
answer
already
our
got.
questions. Just go up.
I think somebody is saying, can you play Arjun Tendulkar in your blue team next time?
We are happy to, if he's available.
And no bio bubbles also.
So, Ikpreet's answer, by the way. My job is in an American company, so it's so long that I can watch the full match. And that makes a lot of sense.
Oh. I can go to America also, Ikpreet.
This pitching his services to any.
Ditto.
Anybody. Okay then.
Oh,
Shall we call it a night?
we should.
Alrighty then.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow is another day. Yes. already mentioned today.
The most important game. After that, it's a dead rubber. on
Most
Sunday.
important.
Siddhant is coming tomorrow.
Siddhant, yeah? Why?
No, I thought I'll take a day off tomorrow.
Yeah, please. Siddhant is there tomorrow. We are all in there, so do take it. We have a busy week coming up also.
What busy?
Like
At least we're going to get some breaks.
Yeah. Well,
Yes. That's true. See you. Good night. Bye bye. See you tomorrow. 6:45. We're live. Big game coming.